It's a ghetto people song, only them can sing this world. It's a song for the poor who is facing suffering. It's a ghetto people song, only them can sing this world. It's a song for the poor who is facing suffering. Young Police Channel from Jamaica. Big up, Rastafari. Everton Blender said that.
Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yes, we have some good news. Yes, when they come on to the Wareika eras there. Killing, yes. As we have told you before about this man, yeah man, Wappa. Yeah man, he's the man that betrayed Mandez, Kira, and John Dixon. But John Dixon is the man that they wanted to kill. And as we said to you before, over here at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, and I want anyone who have ever met an honest criminal in their life, just tell me. The thing is that with this killing, the killing of the 5 people, these men knew before they went up there, because this is like killing Mandez, which is Tony Brown, Tony Brown driver and banker. It's like killing Dudus in Tivoli Gardens. So it was a setup. Kira is the one that brought that man that you're looking up there, Junior Query, Wappa, into the community and give him refuge and all of these things. He's not from there. He's not from Rockfort. Countryman, and he's from Slipdock Road. That is off Windward Road. Slipdock Road carry back to the sea. So he's not a Kingstonian. He's not from out by Wareika. But it's the same Kira that brought him out there. You understand? The Jarrett Lane people. So you have coverage out there. And you're going to hear from the police. And before going further, the police, they shot and killed one of the men. Not Wappa is not dead as yet. But you know that they're going all out after these men. Because, this killing, they're not killing 1 people anymore. They're killing, it's more than 3. So that the police, there was a police shoot and kill one of the Rockfort quintuple murderers. And his identity is unconfirmed. The police as usual, they cannot report, identify someone unless their family identify them, or, the police knew that this person, who he was before and is known to the police. That's how you can identify someone after a shootout, So in the aftermath, and they kill him and they recover a firearm. But remember that all of these men, they had rifles. And I can tell you this, if you know any of this criminal, show me one. Mandez, Mandez was living in California. And this is a man who been through, he was a part of Tony Brown's circle. And this man, he was in America fighting, and he said that the only time he'll go back to Jamaica unless he gets his American citizenship or win the lotto. Some people, speak highly of him, although he was a criminal. And some people, some people have nothing good to say about him. Some people say that he's a peacemaker, and that's the reason why he was up there and he was comfortable. And the reason why he was comfortable is because of his son, Kira. And because, as we told you before, he's only over 3 months. And as we said before, and we'll say it again, to all of you who are involved in criminality and you will receive information, whether it's from us or anyone else, that people in a criminal underworld is going to kill you. And if you want to believe them, that is your business, and you're going to pay with your life. And that this is what happened. Mandez, yes, because he has money and he was spending money in our communities. He's originally from there, where they kill him in Wareika. There's nothing pleasant about Pleasantite. He's on Pleasantite. And he had received information, yes, because this man that his son brought in the community who escaped police custody, Kira, this man was in the community, and for some reason or the other, they had some disagreement. Even between, even at one point in time, Kira and John Dixon, that are the former policeman's son, he's the one that they really wanted. Some people happy that he's dead because they say that he's the epitome of evil because he's responsible for the death of many people out there by Rockfort. Yes, that is what people have been saying. And they're saying that because of this man, that's the reason why the era is tense. So Mandez came down and is a man who believed in peace. So he wanted peace. When he found out that this man was planning to kill him and John Dixon, and he told his son, and they confront him about it, Wapper. And Wapper says, no, I couldn't do that, elder. I'm to kill a man like, I lie that and all of these things. In which his son told him that everything is fine. It's his youth, because he's the one that brought him into the community after he escaped from Port Royal lockup. Yes, that is Jonah Query. That's why he was able to they did not you're going to hear what the police said, but it's not like what the police had said. These men were there and with their rifles and everything. And the son even reassured the father that everything is fine with these men. And that's how the father lost his life. Yes. That's how this man loses his life out there. Some people from Rockfort is saying that he's a good man. You understand? Yeah, that he's a good man. And and that Wapper. Yeah, Wapper is a snake. Because they close feed and did everything for him. Give him even woman. The woman out there. And this is what he has done to the man. Even at one point in time, he was held by the Kingston Eastern Police. And it's millions, the same man. Yes, the same man Mandez spent when he was in America before he went out and sent his own money. And they release him from custody. You understand? And it's just sad. We're just telling you that how the life of, when you are a criminal, there's no honest criminal. And because of this man, I don't know if you can show me an honest criminal, then, that's a career that you should take up. So now that this man has, he's the one that betrayed all of the people involved and killed them. That's why I tell you there's no honest criminal. So this is something that you won't hear. And reason being, the person who's really, really behind this is a guy who's in Montego Bay, goes by the name Pops. Yeah, Pops. Pops is the one who is behind it. Yes, man. Pops is the handler of this boy, Wapper. Pops. So he'll give you some more on it. So we just have to stay focused on this story until everything is come to a complete close. Yes, that's the guy name. His name is Pops. Pops is the one who, scammer. He's from same place out there, and he wants to control the place. So that's why they kill all of them. But it was really, they really want to kill John Dixon, but he's the one that said to kill Mandez too, and Kier, Pops, because he wants to run the place. If you notice, the only person who get all of the shots them in the back of the head was is John Dixon. Mandez, they did not want to kill Mandez, but it's Pops who told them to kill Mandez, Kier, and the others, because he wants to run the place. Because Mandez is a man that was trying to unite. This is the second time he tried it, to unite the community and tell them to put aside their differences, because all of them are black people, and try to reason with them, and wanted the people to feel as one, that there's no artificial borderline in the community. So as I tell you, say police killed one of the men. Yes. We're not gonna really, don't want to preempt the police or anything like that, or the people out there. So the suspect, whose identity remains unconfirmed, was killed during an alleged confrontation with the police early Tuesday morning. And this development comes as the nation reels from the brutal shooting that claimed 5 lives and left 2 others injured, prompting swift action from law enforcement and government officials. So in this video, you're going to see the Prime Minister too, and we can tell you that the Prime Minister reiterated the same strong language that he had made after the Cherry Tree Lane killing in Clarendon. So apparently these killers, yes, these guys, they don't care. They feel like they're invincible. So they feel like they can kill people at will and get away with it. But the Prime Minister is making it. You're going to see where the Prime Minister says that the Prime Minister is telling the Jamaican first. This is the first we see the Prime Minister is leading from the front, because, and we have to commend him for it, where he's telling the youths and the people in the communities that Dons are dangerous people. It's not people that people are supposed to be hugging up or anything like that. These are people who are parasites per se. Yes, you understand. The Prime Minister Andrew Holness is urging the citizens to recognize that Dons are no real value. They not bring no real value to your life. And he had condemned the shooting, and him said the people, they must reject the Dons them, because Dons supposed to be people that protect the people according to them. But these Dons, when they're ready, they just kill the people too, and they do what they want to do. So the killings, which occurred during a football match in Wareika, so they might try to change it about Pleasant. There's nothing pleasant about Wareika. A section of Rockford has been described by authorities as an organized activity carried out by gang members. So Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who visited the crime scene on Tuesday, issued a stern warning to the perpetrator, declaring that they must be prepared to meet the judge or meet their maker. That means, because alright. So you see, the Prime Minister realized now, because if you notice the other day, remember the other day, when the PMP criminal organization, they had their conference, they show you what they're all about, and it's all about criminality. Because you know that Vybz Kartel, Isaac Buchanan, convicted court dealer, and Stammer, another convicted court dealer, was front and present. Yes. So the Prime Minister is telling the Jamaican youths, say, hey, look here, Dan's not good enough. They don't bring anything of substance to your life, on with death and destruction. But some people, they feel like they are totally different. So this guy, remember, this guy, Pops, man, he's from out there. He's the one who's behind it. You understand? The killing Mandez. It was really John Dixon, because he's hated John Dixon is hated by the That's the man who in charge of the BS1 gang. Because they say that he's the one that split up the community. So, as we tell you, it was the killing the football match. So, and the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness remarks echo a similar sentiment he expressed in August following another mass shooting on Cherry Tree Lane in Clarendon, where 8 people, including a 7-year-old boy, were slaughtered. The Prime Minister reiterated his firm stance against criminal responsible for these horrific acts, stating that there should be no sympathy or leniency for individuals who orchestrate such violence. I'm not going to attack the Prime Minister now, but, trust me, this is a hypocritical statement. The reason why I said that, when he's telling the people to denounce dons, and killers, and I would say it, this is like talking with a fork tongue, because it was Independence Day that the same Prime Minister here, Andrew Holness, was hugging up Beanie Man, who killed my cousin. I say, no, although he was not physically there, but I have someone from inside his circle who had shared the information or their plan to kill him. And it's the same Prime Minister Andrew Holness that was hugging him up. And he, the Prime Minister, his constituency is a part where Beanie Man is responsible for the death of many people in Waterhouse. So that makes sense to me. That is just a hypocritical statement. But, as we tell you, these people, as we tell you, say, one party is just a little bit better than the other. We never say better, a little bit better. So, and it's just hypocrisy at its best. So there must be no succor, no favor, no sympathy for these people. These persons who organize these fatal shootings, they are criminals and they should be seen in that way, Holness said. But we are the Jamaica Young Police and we're not going to say them are criminal, they're terrorists. And what terrorists do them thing, you have to create havoc. Remember, that is the meaning of terrorism. Drive fear. So the Prime Minister said, I have said before, when the similar incident occurred in Cherry Tree Lane, that we will pursue them and the decision is theirs. Either they meet a judge or they meet the maker. I encourage them to meet a judge. Well, we are the Jamaica Young Police and say, no, we rather you meet the guy at the departure loan. We rather have your ticket and you get a flight. So the suspect's death comes amid insecurity efforts in the era. A 48-hour curfew was imposed on Wareika Hill. Yeah, them I call it Pleasant Eye. We say Unpleasant Eye. On Oliver Road, section of Rockford, following the massacre, with National Security Minister Dr. Orchestrates indicated that the curfew would likely be extended based on police recommendations. Minister Chang also accompanied Prime Minister Holness during his visit to Rockford. As representative from the Jamaica Constabulary Force assessed the situation and coordinated efforts to restore order. So the mass shooting, which sent shockwave through the community, is believed to be a part of an ongoing battle between rival gangs vying for control of the area. Prime Minister Andrew Holness spoke about the persistent challenge of gang influence in communities like Rockford, where gang leaders or dons assume roles of authority, often masquerading as protectors of the community. Holness emphasized that these so-called leaders are in reality criminals who ultimately endanger the very communities they claim to protect. Alright, so that me tell people all the while, show me an honest criminal. Our man say him a done, but yet him a lawbreaker. That don't make sense. It would better have it like an elder, just like in the tribe back in Africa. We have something happen, then you have people where them disgusting, but based on the culture that we was imparted to us by Michael Manley. This is where we at, where we just kill each other, we don't reason out things. And the guy that goes by the name of John Dixon, he says that he's the dons of dons, and that's why he was comfortable there. But you have to understand that everything that happened, it was planned. If Mandez as a all criminal You understand? Because he was deported from, he was in America fighting with the feds, to get his American citizenship. And he won them in court and got his citizenship. That's why he was in Jamaica for over 3 months. If he had followed his instinct, the guy not supposed to lure you. Although it's his place, that would not happen. And then they're there with rifles and all of these things, and you feel comfortable because your son tell you that. And see it, even your son play dead. Yeah, him play number 3 because he's the one that responsible for bringing this man in the community. Sad indeed, but that's how it is. Yeah, so the challenge that we have always had in communities like these is that there are persons who claim that they lead the community, that they have some leadership role, and they ascribe to themselves the title of Don. Wholeness explained. There is a battle for control, for turf. For many communities, the residents see this as a part of a normal existence. There is someone who's claiming to protect the community, someone you can go to for immediate assistance. It's true. However, Wholeness was clear in his message that these gang leaders are not community protectors but criminals who exploit and undermine the safety of neighborhoods they inhabit. More and more Jamaicans are realizing that these men who claim to want to protect the communities or call themselves elders or dons or dads or whatever term they may choose to describe themselves, they are nothing but criminals, lowlifes, people who only intent is to undermine your security. If they are allowed to do so, they will ultimately claim your life, the Prime Minister said. They are of no value to the community. And it is about time that all members of the community realize that these persons serve no good purpose. So the mass shooting in Rockfort has reignited the debate over the role of gangs in Jamaica, urban centers where criminals often wield significant influence over impoverished and vulnerable communities. These gang leaders, through intimidation and violence, establish themselves as pseudo authorities offering protection and resolving disputes. However, their presence brings with a cycle of bloodshed, revenge killing, and destabilization that jeopardize the safety of all residents. So if you understand in these communities, when these guys kill people and all these things, business slow down, so it affects even the people that live there. It affects commerce and even freedom per movement. Then you have people who get shot. Some people, innocent people, get shot and crippled and all them, and then have to take them shot and them not talk because in a ghetto, informer for dead. But as we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel and yours truly, yeah, we say informer for live and gunman for dead. You understand? Yeah, that's why we never subscribe because violate people's rights. On God's word, you are going to administer what people can do from what they cannot do when you're a lawbreaker. Let that make sense to me. Born and raised in a Bel Beast, I have never experienced any of these guys who claim that they are done tell me what to do. I never experienced that because most of these done there know my family and one and two little things, so that never applied to me. You understand? So I don't know how it feels for no guy tell me what to do on them thing there, any one of my family member. Because of the connection. Because that's how it is when you live in a ghetto. If you live in a ghetto and a connection, people just run over you. You understand? So the massacre in Rockfort is yet another reminder, another example of how deeply entrenched these criminal networks have become, as well as the dire consequences up for communities that harbor or protect these individuals. The suspects responsible for the killings have shown no regard for human life, turning that should what have been a peaceful football match into a scene of terror. As we said before and we say again, if Mandez had followed his instinct, he would have paid the ultimate price. He knew that this guy was planning to kill him. And Mandez knew that this guy was going to kill them. And asked him, and then his son convinced him to tell him that no, the youth cool. You're a dummy. There's no honest criminal. So if they had listened to even this channel over a weekend, they would have known that there's no honest criminal. Rifle, one the British, many people pay with them life. And he knew because the information reached him. You understand? The same just like how we get information from people. Same place up there where the killing happened. It's up there that they had this man that was supposed to, he and 4 other men that were supposed to assassinate the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness. Yes, same place up there. So make it make sense to me. You understand? So these are people them now have no regard for human life. None. So Prime Minister Andrew Holness extended condolences to the families of the victims, acknowledging the profound grief caused by the senseless act of violence. We are deeply saddened by the loss of life in this terrible attack, and our heart goes out to the families who are grieving. Holness said the government will continue to do everything in its power to bring those responsible to justice. As police continue their investigation and ramp up efforts to capture the remaining suspect, the community remain on edge. The curfew, as usual, coupled with an increased security presence, is intended to prevent further violence and root out criminal elements responsible for destabilizing the area. You know who you're not going to say at these places? Baby Trump or no one from the PNP criminal organization. As I say, Philip Powell is there. The swift police action in neutralizing one of the suspects underscores the determination of law enforcement to track down and bring justice to those who perpetrated this horrific crime. The government message is clear. Jamaica cannot and will not tolerate this level of criminality, and those who engage in such violence will face the full force of the law or worse. With the eyes of the nation on Rockfort, the hope that justice will be swift and the community will reject the criminal elements that continues to tear the fabric of their lives. So as we tell you before and we say it again, so there's a guy with involved in him. He goes by the name of I will tell you already. Yeah. And he's from out there. Yeah. He's the one who have given Pops, he's the one that gave the man the order to kill Mandez too, because he wants to control your Pops. This boy is from Slipdack Road. So we wanted to listen what the police have said about the killing of one of the men who commit this heinous crime.
Come together to have a friendly football competition. At the end of the competition, base one team, they won the first prize. So they were here awaiting their first prize. However, they see it fit to have a spelling bee competition and also a bun eating contest. Whilst they're having fun, a group of men walk up in the crowd and open gunfire at some of the patrons. Hitting 7 persons, 5 succumb and 2 still remain in hospital, not serious. Sir, since then, we have imposed a curfew in the Rockfort area. So far, my team have been on the ground. We have been getting support from Area 4 and SO and right across from MID, and they have been inside the area. My team this morning also received information somewhere along in the Rosedale Road area that one person who involved in this situation that occurred yesterday, and they went on an operation and we had a fatal and a firearm also recovered. We will continue to pursue, sir, and no stone will be left unturned. What is happening here is not something that we are accustomed to in the Kingston Eastern Division, and we are not going to sit back and relax and allow any more of this to take place.
Discussion with the acting deputy commissioner warrant that immediately authorized a curfew for the area, which is 48 hours, and the police of course took steps to close down the area literally and ensure that there was money slipping out and they could operationalize their scheme and find whatever intelligence they could find and seem to identify the perpetrators. They seem to have quickly identified who was involved, and they are now pursuing them as aggressive as they can. As aggressive as they can. This kind of activity we cannot tolerate in the least, and the police have the full authority to pursue. If the curfew is needed for a longer period, I have the authority to extend it, and I will so do at the request of the commanding officer in this area. At the same time, I had discussions with the acting CDS, who has indicated he'll give full support to the police, and I understand that both the JDF supporting team and the police officers and officers from the special operations team of the police were out here last night and this morning to continue to carry out activities to find and apprehend these characters who have carried out spiritual activity in Pleasant Heights. We extend our sympathy to the families who are affected, but we will pursue the perpetrators relentlessly and apprehend them and ensure this kind of thing will not repeat itself in this area and anywhere else.
Yeah, so as you listen to the police, the killing of one of the killers, it has been revealed that Pops, a figure reportedly living in St. James, Montego Bay, yes, is the man who gave Juna Creary, also known as Whopper, the order to carry out the brutal killings in Rockfort. They wanted to kill especially John Dixon, but Mandez, he's the one that told him to kill Mandez and Kira because they want to control the place. I don't know what out by Rockfort for them to control. So this added another layer to the complex web of criminal activities driving the violence in the area. Pop's role as the orchestrator behind the massacre emphasized the reach and influence of criminal networks that stretched across different parts of Jamaica from Kingston to Montego Bay. So Pop's involvement deepened the ongoing investigation and further highlights the dangerous ties between criminal leaders and their enforcers like Whopper, who carry out their deadly command. So I said to you before, I will say again, there's no honest criminals. If Mandez is just listen to the information that he had received, he would be alive. Whenever you receive information from any source that tells you that someone is going to kill you, and you want to believe the criminal who's going to tell you that that's a lie, you do at your own peril. Here's another man who ignored the warnings and now he pays. He, along with 4 other men, pay with his life. All because his son told him that, yeah man, Whopper, my youth. Where is he now? Yeah. Straight to the departure now. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.